Furniture business in Nigeria has developed beyond being just a roadside business and a subcategory of carpentry works in the country. And these days, the attention painstakingly paid to the details of wood processing gives made in Nigeria furniture products a competitive advantage in a local furniture market currently flooded by imported goods. The Bank of Industry is encouraging local furniture manufacturers to step up their production capacity and quality through funding and capacity building in a bid to meet market demands. One of them is Kingpost Nigeria Limited, a wood processing and furniture manufacturing company which specializes in volume production of doors, kitchen cabinets, and wardrobes. The Chief Executive Officer of Kingpost Nigeria Limited, Mr. Kayode Agbola, is a trained mechanical engineer with over 2 decades of professional experience in wood processing. He talks about the business and partnership with the Bank of Industry.
When I was growing up, I always wanted to do something very unique and different. I've always wanted to do something that is seen in developed countries. And I also want to contribute to nation building. And I believe I have the potential. So now looking at my environment then as a young boy, I saw different things. What I'm seeing on the TV is quite different from what I'm seeing here. And I feel, okay, we can upgrade what we have here or do the same thing that is being done in developed countries. And then I found a platform in Kuramo to learn how to do doors. And so I just key into doing world-class doors because when we were producing doors there, we were actually exporting to the US and Europe. And the quality is fantastic, just like what you are seeing here. So that motivated me that, okay, what can be obtained in developed countries can also be produced or manufactured here. And that for me is great. I get a lot of fulfillment when people come to me and say, where are you importing your doors from? And I say to them, they are proudly Nigerian. When you walk in here, what welcomed you in was our door. It creates a lot of impression. And the first impression is the only impression. So doors, you don't have a home if you don't have doors. All right, that's the second point. You know, for security, safety, and privacy, you need doors. So there's no home without doors. There could be a home without table. Maybe you just have bed or whatever, but doors, very key. So that is first and foremost. And then also you need wardrobes. Then you need a place where you can cook, and then, you know, because the family must eat. So we look at these three and we feel if we are able to deliver good quality to Nigerians, we are going to improve their lifestyle. And we shouldn't really cost them, you know, a fortune. Actually, we started, you know, we were struggling, there was no equipment, and we had this idea, we had the potential, we couldn't express it, you know, because this business is capital intensive. If you are going to do the quality of doors you see here, and wardrobes and kitchen, you must deploy the right technology, or else you'll be frustrated. This is a business that you must produce in commercial quantity. If you don't do that, you may not. Your competitors will drown you. You won't be able to survive. You know. So we were doing that, and then we approached BOI to look at what we're doing, and they came in and said, oh, wow, you mean you are making this in this country? Then we need to give you support. And BOI actually bought equipment for us to take the business to the next level, to be able to do volume and grow. And that also enabled us to employ more people. especially in Nigeria, that we have majority of our population, 70% of our population are youth, and they need employment, and the industrialization is the answer to it. And that's what BOI is providing, taking our youth off the streets and putting them in projects like this. And so it is a very laudable thing that BOI is doing, and it has to be encouraged to achieve economic growth, to solve socio-economic problems, and then unemployment especially.
Using the BOI fund, Kingpost Nigeria Limited is able to train unskilled workers on the job, gradually transforming the sector from an unskilled industry to a skilled one.
We imparted skill on these young people who they were not employed before now, and they had no skill. We brought them in and trained them. That's part of what Kingpost does. It trains people. We don't employ skilled worker here. We train them in-house. And after 3 months of intensive training, our staff acquire skill to operate the equipment. So we keep doing that. And that is one of a very key impact BOI fund has on this. So you see, the chain of that impact is enormous. And then through BOI's injection of fund into this place, the economic activity has grown so much that so many people around this vicinity are really benefiting from this injection.
Nigeria's housing deficit of about 17 million units and a rising urban population are two of many reasons why furniture business in Nigeria is likely to boom. However, low supply of good quality furniture has been the bane of the success of the industry, a situation BOI is addressing through supporting reputable wood processors like Kingpost Nigeria Limited.
So if we're talking of 17 million units of houses as deficit in housing requirement in Nigeria, it tells you how huge the market is. And that's why a lot of people are importing doors. Because you see that gap, that need. Okay? But how does that affect us as a nation? That is making us to lose foreign exchange. That is why BOI should be encouraged. I don't know who is going to do that because what they are doing is what will really put Nigeria on the path of glory among the Committee of Nations. Believe me, our 2020 vision can only be realized on the platform of Bank of Industry, because they are key drivers. The Bank of Industry is a key driver in industrialization of this country.
The major raw material for this business is wood, which makes up about 90% of the overall essentials. Good timber can be sourced easily in parts of Nigeria like in Osun State, Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, and in Benin City, to mention a few.
We source over 90% of our raw material in Nigeria, and they are available. Though I believe that government has to still encourage tree planting. It's very important because we are fast depleting our forest, and we need to, grow these trees again.